This video is brought to you by Ravenscraft Realty of Northeast Missouri.
Back to cutting beans, and it appears that's if I have an audience. Getting ready to pick the head up. Guess if I do it wrong, maybe they'll tell me. Now it's Friday morning. They got half the trusses on, got the beam above the swing out door. Probably had the rest of the trusses up today. Making it look different pretty quick. And they just got here. And they parked in front of the fuel barrel. Again. All right. The race is on. He's gonna go. He goes faster than I do.
This would be a pretty good video around here.
It would be. You guys keep talking though. We're back on beans. Both of us in the same field right now. Half-mile rows. We do have some terraces in it. Rides to go around, but all in all, pretty good running. So here we are, all three, pretty well running side by side. We need a drone. It'd be even better. So as you can tell, he's pulling ahead a little bit, but he's running a 35-foot head. I'm doing a 40, so all in all, kind of at the end of the day, we end up being pretty close anyway, what we get done.
It's kind of cold outside. I'm here at Bradford. We were planting a cover crop plot and we encountered some technical difficulties with our tractor here. Well, with the seeder. Looks like we're gonna get this plot done at night. What a day. I like working at Bradford because you never really know what you're gonna get into. Okay, I never actually explained what I was doing with the cover crop plots. There were 44 different plots and 11 strips with 4 plots in each strip, so that's 44. Researcher asked me, he was like, hey, can you drive in a straight line? I said, yeah. He said, all right, you're coming with me, we're planting. I said, okay. Here comes one of my coworkers with the tractor and the planter. We're gonna park it right there, and then I think we're gonna call it a night. The day is never really over. Like my dad said, they're gonna have this done pretty quick. Now, this one's actually 2 feet taller than that one, so now things aren't gonna match. I think we need a bigger fuel tank to go with our bigger shed now. Uh-oh, Justin's spinning around. See what he wants. I like to check my cutter bar out in the morning to make sure that there's no broken sections and I don't lose any time. You know, it's the little things in life, like not having to take the guard off when you need to replace a section. That stuff makes my day. I'm gonna put these ratchets away and I'm gonna start up, and I think we're gonna go ahead and get going. This is the same combine that I was running 2 weeks ago that was doing the shutting off randomly thing. Dad said that Side Striker came out and replaced the ECM because one day it apparently just would not start at all, and that seems to have fixed the problem. Knock on wood. There's a pink survey stake out in the middle of the field, and I have to get out the nice warm combine. It's just terrible being a grain farmer, I tell you. Okay, now we can go.
James, what did you get out for?
First unload of the day. Things are going pretty well, but there's a lot of terraces on this farm and not gonna be fun. It's way more difficult to farm in Missouri than it is in Illinois. Trust me. This field here was 40 acres and we got it knocked out before noon. That's pretty good. Dad's coming over here. He looks like he has something important to say. Dad just gave me the rundown for going to the next farm. So I'm gonna help them move the combine and the grain cart. Right now I'm gonna get the single point hookup and the PTO all disconnected so that when Grandpa gets here, him and I can just move this thing like that and we'll be ready to go. I have the responsibility of taking the MacDon head over. Safety third. I spun the tires a little bit back there. It's kind of soft. I got moved and I got the head on. Now I just need to go hook everything back up, flip my ladder out. Already got the grain tank opened up. And then we should be good to go. We are latched and attached. Now let's go cut some beans. This is actually the first time this year that I've been able to use auto steer in a combine. And you know what? It's kind of nice. Unloading on the go. So big time. I'm kind of on the south side of this farm that we're working out right now. Now I'm gonna head over to where Dad is. There's a couple more passes along rows, and then we're gonna go over there to the south side of this farm and work that one out. Dad and I are both working on this little piece up here. Like I said, it's only a couple passes wide, so we'll have it knocked out pretty quick. I'm really grateful for what I'm a part of, because there's not many people that can say that they're out in the field with their dad running combines, cutting beans. There's even less people that can say that they really enjoy what they're doing. I'm really grateful for the opportunity that's in front of me with the farm, and I am not going to take it for granted. No being left behind. I think we're about a little halfway done-ish, maybe a little less. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We're having a good day. Let me check. Hey, Dad, how many acres are at this farm?
Like 130.
Do you want me to work out the end rows down here, or what?
Well, I'm getting ready to go cut along the south fence. If you want to cut along the waterway towards the house, we'll kind of just meet there and come back to the corner.
Alright. Now we know the plan. We'll get to it. Dad and I are working out the end rows over here, and he came down this way and he's going back that way, and I'm gonna pick up and get headed back the way I came. This here is the same farm that the seed shed was at, if you guys remember that video. There's another barn here, a small grain bin, a couple bin pads, and the seed shed, and all of it is gone. I know the owner of this place does not watch these videos, but if she does, thank you very much. It was very neat to video your seed shed before it was torn down. This body of water here behind me is not a pond, it is a sinkhole. This type of ground here north of Palmyra and like kind of close to Mark Bottom but still on the hill is very sinkholey, and unfortunately all the farms that we have up here have sinkholes on them. Dad and I are both over here on this side, and we're both gonna work our way that way towards the old house. I just picked a random spot kind of halfway across the field, and we're just gonna do it. My sister was kind enough to bring me homemade cookies for the field. I'm about done with this little piece over here, and then I might go cut over there with Dad, and then the next farm is like a mile that way. Dad's gonna go clean up after himself right there. 40-foot head doesn't really get over terraces that well. Got our hoppers folded down. I'm gonna get the heads off, and we're gonna go. Man, Grandpa's moving with the head trailer. Dad wants me to go work out these end rows along this big waterway. I feel really stupid having to stop to take a thumbnail picture, but that's what I got to do to make people watch the video. Sometimes you have to help this head out going around terraces and all that kind of stuff. And you do that with this little button thingy right here. And you have to adjust the reel every now and again to make sure everything gets into the head. I gotta unload real quick, and then I need to hop outside and change like 4 sections because there's lots of rocks here. And when you hit a rock with the bean head, typically you break something, and usually that something is the sickle section, not the rock. I'm here working on the cutter bar. I've had to replace like 7 sections. And it'd be all right if they were all like this section here. It's just out in the wide open, nothing else to take off, but they're not. Some of the sections have been like this, where you have to take apart half the cutter bar to get to it, and it has this big strap on it, and you can't get to it very easy. It's not super enjoyable. Cutting beans at night on terraces is not fun. Not fun, guys. The stress level is like an 87 right now. I haven't been listening to music for like the past 2 hours because I cannot concentrate on the task at hand, which is this. Haven't been doing much YouTubing either. It took me like 45 minutes to replace those 8 sections. Yeah, that kind of killed my efficiency for the day. A little bit of stationary unloading here. Came to the end of the pass right here, and just kind of made sense to unload right here versus going all the way back down like a half mile and unloading on the go this way. It makes sense, trust me. It's just now 10:20, and just like that, the beans got really tough. It takes a lot more horsepower to go 4 miles an hour than it did previously. That's it for tonight. I'm gonna unload what I have onto the grain cart, and I think we're gonna go home. I really like the HISEA Outdoors steel toe work boots. If you're looking for a pair of work boots too, I would highly recommend them. If you use the code in the description on their website, you get a little bit off your order. I went to 7:30 church this morning because I like to get an early start on the day. We're gonna get on our way to the field. Got 180 acres to do today before I can go back to Columbia. So we're gonna try and get her knocked out as quick as I can, and then go do some more dope stuff. Gotta say goodbye to the dog first. Goodbye. Everyone's about ready to go. Dad's still fixing a couple of sickle sections. Justin just started up the 9510R in the grain cart. I'm gonna hop into my combine and hopefully we can get something done today. My combine is very dirty after yesterday since I was in and out of the cab 27 and a half different times with dirt all over my hands and everything. Such is the life of a crop farmer. John Deere sickle sections are a lot easier to change out than Macdon sickle sections. On this farm, there's all sorts of stuff in the field, namely little pieces of trees, like that little piece of tree right there. Every time you get something like that stuck up there, you have to turn the separator off and wait till all these numbers get to 0. Then you gotta go and actually get it out. I'm just glad that I caught this before it really hurt something. Ah, another broken section. Oh, man. Dad and I finally got going pretty good. He's over here. He's going to work to the west, and I'm going to work to the east. There's smoke coming from the feeder house. That's not good.
This is warning because we had this happen like 2 years ago. Or however many that was on that 680. The fluid bearing started smoking, and then we had a hell of a time getting it out.
This is pretty serious, guys. I got all the grain off the combine. Smart thing, because if it does catch on fire and burn down completely, You do not want 10,000 something pounds of soybeans on it. But like Dad said, we are going to pull some shields off of it and see if we can figure out what is wrong with this combine. Because there's not supposed to be fire coming out of the feeder house. That's not good.
Around my truck here, as soon as I get up there, I'll hop up there, we'll get that cover off. I don't know if AC's got a garden hose out, but he's got a hydrant out there by his house. We had to throw a bunch of damn water in there to get it put out. I don't know.
All right, sounds good. Now the Sunday activities are over. We've used like 5 fire extinguishers and a lot of water, but it is out. Thank goodness for Justin, the firefighter. What happened was there's a bearing right here for the beater, and it doesn't exist anymore. And when you get friction and a lot of this crap, that makes fire. Ripped to the Augers rear tire. Rest in peace. The tree deletion here at Withers Mill is coming along quite nicely. The type of soil up here on this farm, this specific part of the farm, is not a very well draining soil, so we're gonna force it to drain. This area right here along the fence row is a natural low spot, and Grandpa's digging a ditch to try and get the water from there, make it come all the way, and kind of go down in there somewhere. Grandpa's also gonna delete some more trees while he's out here. We're gonna skedaddle on out of here and leave Grandpa to his work. I wanna run back north of town and grab some video from outside the cab of Dad cutting beans. I noticed that when I'm actually the one doing the harvesting and driving the tractors that I don't get any cool out of cab shots. It's weird how that works, ain't it? Grain bin update. The floors are in, but the leg's not up yet, so we can't really do a whole lot. I take that back. There's one section of the leg up. Since my combine is down right now, didn't get to cut any beans this afternoon. Speak of the devil, he's right up there. Way over there in the distance, you can see the grain bins that my dad's putting up right by Highway 61. That's like 10 miles away. I wish the camera did it justice to how steep this place is. Willingly got myself covered in bean dust for that shot. So I got some cool action shots for you guys, and I think my time here this weekend is coming to a close because I have some homework that I need to do tonight yet, and got to do some laundry. There's just not enough time in the day. With all that said, thank you everyone for watching. It means a lot to me. If you like what you see, subscribe, like the video, share it if you will. Show it to your mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, any of the above, even friends. Well, that's it for this one, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. And it is a beautiful, beautiful night.